danger, save life. Any other version? Yes? First and immediate response given to a person with medical emergencies who has got, okay? Yes. To summarize, first aid is any immediate assistance, immediate help, okay? Immediate assistance, immediate help given to a casualty before being taken to hospital. Now, in this, we have parties involved. Have you heard of the word hospital?
Yes.
This therefore means first aid is not treatment. All what to do may not necessarily be curative. Do you know what I mean by curative? In hospital, we aim to cure. We want you to heal. We want you to be totally fine. In first aid, we don't want you to die. We want to keep you alive for hospital to be there or to play their role. Okay? So, first aid is not treatment. First aid is not treatment. That is why we say we are not going to clean wounds because you are bleeding. Otherwise, the infection is not killing you. Okay? Hey, we are going to stop the bleeding, take you to hospital. They will do the infection control. This definition, still we have parties involved. Parties like a first aider. Who is a first aider? The person helping. Yes? You. Everyone will say me. Hey, at least no one said the casualty. Who is a casualty? The injured victim. The injured victim. Injuries or even death is what we consider as an accident, even when it is of a known chronic illness. For example, you have diabetes. You know you have diabetes. You do not plan when you get the attacks, do you? Let me give you a simple story. I was in Austria, Europe, in May last year, from May, I think. Yeah. Now there, on ambulance training, we responded. We called, yes, but she had called in late. We responded on time, but she had called in late. She took a lot of time before calling. So we get there, it's already late. We try, but the man dies. And the lady sued to courts of law. Dying. Okay, I didn't kill him. He said, even after doing our best, people still die. Let me give you an instance. We get you off the road. You've been bleeding, yes? You lost a lot of blood. We control the bleeding. We take you to hospital. But they don't give you blood. Won't you die? You will die. So we cannot save lives. We preserve lives. That instead of dying in the next 10 minutes, maybe we give you 3 hours and the doctors do something for you to get a day or two, maybe a month or a year. Understood? We may not be able to save lives, but we can preserve lives. That if we control the bleeding, you're not losing a lot of blood. If you get to hospital, they might actually give you a unit of blood, and then you're okay. Okay? If they don't, you're still dying. We have not saved you. Understood? We preserve lives. 2, we prevent conditions from worsening. Prevent conditions from, it all makes sense. The person you're taking care of is bleeding. You control the bleeding. Yes? If you had not controlled the bleeding, you did what you said here, that if I collapse now, you are taking me to Zambia hospital. Load and go. So we load our casualty and go. Okay? The casualty will go while bleeding. You know what happens if a person loses a lot of blood? They go into shock, clinical death, biological death. They die. They don't just die, but situations get worse and worse. If we control the bleeding on time, you will get to hospital. We clean now because the bleeding has stopped. We give you supplements. Go and take these tablets. Your body is going to manufacture blood. The situation has also not worsened. Why? You covered the wound, and maybe I have not got the infection I would have got if the infection was still, if the wound was still exposed. We have not made the situation worse. Boda riders fear Mulago. Do you know that? Because every boda or most of them that are taken to Mulago are amputated. But do you know why they are amputated? How they are taken. They are having fractures already, broken bones, but they are put on the patrol vehicles without any first aid whatsoever. So the bone goes on cutting tissues around, cutting, causing further injuries. By the time you get to hospital, it is beyond repair. The thing is going to become cancerous, so the only thing we have to do to save you from getting cancer, which would actually cost a lot, is amputate. You understand? So we prevent conditions from worsening by doing first aid. Okay? Oh, by doing first aid, we are preventing conditions from worsening. Then lastly, we promote a quick recovery. I think you've heard of stories where the doctors in the hospital say, if you were not helped by whoever helped you on the road, you don't have made it this far, or you would have taken long to recover. We shall go back to the same example. You control bleeding on time. That means you don't need transfusion. You only need tablets. Isn't that quick recovery? Yeah. Because you can live the day you came. No, this one, just have simple blood, clean the wound, infection, TT, tetanus, vaccination, supplements, hospital, rather home. Yes? Then they tell you come back on Friday. Sometimes we've seen fractures. We immobilize the fracture. Okay? You go to hospital on Friday, they tell you, the orthopedic doctor is not here, but this is good. You can go, you will come back on Monday. Because the first aider was just good. You understand? So those are the three aims as to why we give first aid. I'm not saying your answers are wrong. All your answers are correct. They are just under those three. Preserve lives, prevent conditions from worsening, promote quick recovery. Do whatever you can to achieve those three. If there is anything that you can put to control the bleeding. If there is anything that you can do it to get the three results, okay? In first aid, and the reason as to why I think we are, if not the best, one of the best in first aid, is because we do not think more about the pharmaceutical resources. For example, bandages, maybe splints, those things that you have to buy in pharmacies. Because most of the times, to be honest, we don't have them, do you? In the first aid kits? No. What can you do without any equipment? And you're going to see that in this training. That you can save a life with literally no equipment. From the three, be resourceful, be creative, and then you'll be a very, very good first aider, even when you have what you need now. Okay? Perfect. That takes me to item number 3. Share for me a picture of a first aider. Okay? Allow me add this. Do we have a first aid kit here? Okay. In case of any medical emergency here, what do we do? We go to Zambia Hospital. So I collapse now in Zambia. Any vehicle that is on standby? So you do load and go.
If it's fainting, we can give it first aid.
Chap. What is the first aid for fainting? And dress me. I'm worried. That day you get a problem is that day you remember to get your LC1 chairman's number. Because now you have been arrested. Then where do you come from? Seta. Call your chairman. Then you start that day you get a problem is the day you remember to call the manager, but you don't have the number set. So usually we have the number there. So this guy collapses in a corridor of the toilets, and friends or colleagues come to help. Now remember where the numbers are put? Every door. They are in every door. So they went and knocked on on the door because someone was inside there. Man, gula wali wafa twagala number. Okay? And it's really, guy is inside there. he has been, maybe he was badly off, all is down, and he wanted the doctor's number simply because no one cared, no one thought about it. And for us, we are emergency responders, we think negative. Every time you get to any place, you first think negative. What could go wrong? Like, for example, I was coming up here, I noticed all extinguishers are about here. If the building is on fire, no one will use that extinguisher. It is heavy, you are panicking, you want to be able to lift it off, and you are short. Okay, I didn't want to say short. You are not that tall. Hey, you are not that, okay? Hey. So you can't use that extinguisher. Trust me. A number of people won't use the extinguisher. So the building will burn. Okay? So we need to know where the emergency, rather the first aid kit is, and what our emergency evacuation plan is in case of anything that would happen to us, because emergencies happen to anyone at any time, anywhere. Yes? Believe it or not, anyone, anytime, anywhere. The president is the most guarded person in the country, yes? On his convoy, there is an ambulance, but he has guns protecting him. Why do we need an ambulance? It could not be a bullet. Maybe diabetes, heart attack, pressure. He might, even an accident. So he expects things could go wrong. Why not us who are not protected? Okay? So after today, you are going to be ambassadors. So maybe it would be hung somewhere here. Or meanwhile, during the training, if we tell you to do anything that physically affects you in the names of health, because of maybe previous medical conditions, let us know so that we do not injure you even more. Okay? Yes. Sometimes in first aid, you may not have the required maybe energy or whatever to do, but if you have the knowledge and skill, you can direct others to do it for you. So if you can't carry him, you can tell them to carry him the right way. Okay? So if you feel like we've nailed so much today and maybe you are starting to feel pain or get pain, let me know and we shall get a solution. If there is anything that happens, or if there happens anything in terms of, or in the terms of health or medical emergency here, we shall handle together because we are training you and we are here. So if anything, we shall lead, but you will help. Okay? All right. Let us allocate ourselves a time manager. As an instructor, I might be forced to be a little bit selfish because I want to cover what I am supposed to. Yes? So I might forget. Who is going to keep me in check? The paper is simple, not the paper. The pretest is simple. It has all answers. Very simple. All answers are there. Feel free to choose the best answer. Okay? Just like I said, it is to help us rule out the rudimental first aid, to handle some few topics already. If there is anything that is confusing, ask me. I can't promise I will give you the answer you need, but I will help. I will try.
And we shall start from section B. Let's all turn the papers to section B. Instructions for section B read, questions below answer true or false. In question B, we have 10 questions, and each question requires one answer. It is either true or false, not both. Okay? Question number 10 reads, epilepsy is contagious. Epilepsy is contagious. What is the answer? Do we all agree? Are you sure it is false?
Yes.
There. We should use water as first aid for burns. We should use water as first aid for burns. True or false?
True.
True.
We should use water as first aid for burns. True or false? Those who said true. 1, 2, Banange, put up your hands, please. Be clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 11. The false people? Ale, those who don't know. Mubiru, Tomani Jogwa, you did false. I didn't see you putting up the hand. Okay, the answer is true. But which type of water do we apply?
Cold water.
Question number 8. First aid for choking in adults is giving back blows. First aid for choking in adults is giving back blows. True or false?
True.
First aid for choking in adults is giving back blows. True or false?
True.
Those who said true. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nyabo wanika obo wanika. 9, 10, 11. Abalala, what do you say? False? Or you're not sure? The answer is true. The answer is true, and we shall demonstrate. That is a topic that has practicals in it. So we shall demonstrate how to give the back blows and the rest of the first aid management for choking. Mubadechi. Question number 7. For a broken arm, please always don't tamper with it. Just bandage it the way you find it. For a broken arm, please always don't tamper with it. Just bandage it the way you find it. True or false?
True.
False people. Those who say false. Kevin, why do you say false? Why do you say false?
Because my tooth damage the more.
Why do you say false?
Because you might tamper it and then you break it again and again.
Koja, why false?
It's false because I'll give a scenario. If someone is hit by a border and the border is still on his arm and it's broken, you can't tie the bandage even when the border is still on.
So you have to tamper.
Yes.
Members, for this question, you had to understand the question. You had to first understand the question. The question was, for a broken arm, there is a comma. Please always do not tamper with it. Do not tamper is in darker ink. It is in dark ink. Yeah, why is it that mine is in dark ink? But it was supposed to be in dark ink. Just bandage. Assume my hand is broken and it is this way. What do? You don't tamper. You leave it here. So for the question, you said the answer is true.
Yes.
Others said the answer is false, and the best answer is false. And what is it? You said something which I want to clarify. The answer is false, whether you like it or not. The answer is false, whether you like it or not. For a broken arm, hello? For a broken arm, please always don't tamper. Just bandage it the way you find it. If I'm on top of the text, you find it this way.
So I gave you the bandage from that.
They say always don't tamper. Just leave it. The answer is false because I have to tamper with it.
And move it and bandage it.
So the answer is false.
Yes.
So yes, you say the answer is true. The answer is false. Actually, yes, it has to be tampered with. Even the mere fact that you're putting a bandage, you're tampering. We cannot give you direct questions in Amwe. Tukitegedde bannaye. Timekeeper. Kiki ekigenda mu maaso ku ssimu? Olimba. Ku time batayipinga. Okay. Question number 6. Hello? Musomesa n'abo abaami nja bakuba. Question number 6. First aid management for drowning is pressing the stomach to force out water. First aid management for drowning is pressing the stomach to force out water. True or false? Miriam. Together, no. Why false? Huh?
Let's imagine that person is pregnant. Are you going to press the stomach?
For this paper, there is no whether pregnant or not. Do we press the stomach to force out water? Huh?
It's not the stomach.
Are they pressing the stomach or not? And another thing, do we force the water in the stomach to come out? So the answer is false. Yeah. We don't force the water in the stomach out. It is already in the stomach. Those ones compressing are not compressing the water in the stomach. They are compressing the water that is in the airway or in the lungs. They do in the chest, not in the stomach. Don't worry, we are coming. That is a topic, a very big one. Anything that goes through your airway to your stomach, that is okay, it has no problem. You wait until you go to the loose, it will come out. But anything that gets stuck in your airway or in your lungs, that is the one we force out by compressing the chest. Okay?
Yes.
Tuli fenna banaye. Margaret. Tuli fenna. Munyumyaki. We don't press the stomach. Question number 5. Cotton wool should directly be packed in a bleeding wound to control bleeding. Cotton wool should directly be packed in a bleeding wound to control bleeding. Have you done wounds here yet? Oba temunnaba? Temunnaba. But what is the answer for this question? The answer is false. Marvin, the answer is false. Yes. We don't use cotton directly into a bleeding wound.
Yes, that's false.
Who can guess why?
Why? Because the cotton is major.
Exactly. And in the process of removing them out of the wound, one, it is so painful, and you might reopen the wound to bleed again. Okay? Hey. Mobiru is saying something.
For cases of emergency, why I would defend my answer is whenever a person is bleeding and the bleeding is out of your hand, the first thing to do is get this cotton and press it until you get the second aid.
We are saying, whether you have been doing it before the training, we don't apply cotton directly. You don't get cotton direct and put it into the bleeding wound. No. Yes.
You know what happened? I was appealing with so yes. Get to a time when you need to
remove the cotton.
You will re-expose the wound.
I've explained it.
Because it will get stuck.
It gets stuck into the wound. Remember, the wound is freshly bleeding. Meaning whatever you put, you're trying to control, to create clotting factors. So you put that cotton, yes, it will help to clot the wound. But in the process of removing the cotton from the wound, that is where the problem is.
Parts of the cotton that also remain.
Cotton is fluffy in nature. So when you put, they tend, I don't have cotton here, but I would have showed you. Even the fact that I use my marker, it is my wound. So if I put cotton, you will see the cotton getting stuck here. That is what we are talking about. It is not good while removing it. Hey.
The only time we may use
Kenneth, have you understood?
Yeah, but I've seen most doctors.
Yes, but we are saying you've seen, but we actually those doctors are expertise. For us, whatever we are doing here, we are doing it as first aiders.
I've also done it in Sudan. No, let me. I've done it in Sudan, where I put the cotton, I soak it in iodine and make it stick to the wound. But the reason behind that is that these people won't have their dressings on for a good time. And they are a bit rough. So I put it there and it will stay for about 4 days. Then they come back and remove. Removing will take a lot of time because to remove it, I need to soak it again. And remove slowly. Yes, and that's pain, and we'll also see some blood. Now, would you want to see your patient go through something? Okay. First aid.
Yes.
This is not actually. This is first aid. Suppose you have your first aid kit, find someone that got in an accident, and the only thing you have immediately there is cotton. It's not the only thing you have.
You have a hanky?
No, I'm speaking of me. I'm not speaking of you. What I have is cotton.
That's a wide.
You get this?
Yes, we get
What I
you.
have now is cotton. Yes, then you have no option. But what is the right thing to do? Put cotton into gauze and get a gauze pad. You wrap it into gauze and then place it there. Then it won't stick to the wood. Yeah. The purpose of my question is for you to give us the answer.
The answer is false. We don't put cotton directly into the bleeding wound. If you want to use cotton, you're going to get cotton and wrap it in gauze. Then
my issue is we're getting more false and true and not getting the answer. If you tell me it's false, give me the alternative. Okay.
But we have. This is a pre-test. Yes, we have understood what you meant.
So have you all understood what you would do to control bleeding with cotton?
Wrap it. Always thoroughly Clean all wounds before dressing and bandaging. Always thoroughly clean all wounds before dressing and bandaging. Zoe, ngenda bawula. The question is, always thoroughly clean all wounds before dressing and bandaging. True or false?
False.
True. Clean all wounds. All wounds. Thoroughly, all wounds.
Let me have those who are saying true. Hands up.
If you say true for this question number 4, hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those who say false, ali omu yekka.
True or false?
At what did you put? You left it blank, and then that is wrong.
Okay.
It is either true or false, not both. The answer for this question is false. Mavini okaya nachimbwa.
Okay.
It is false.
A question. Yeah. What is a wound? Open skin. Broken skin. Yeah. When a wound is fresh, there is bleeding.
Yes.
Now we go back to the question. Always.
Sarah, all wounds.
Including bleeding wounds. Including bleeding wounds.
Okay.
Then you know the answer.
What is killing your casualty in a bleeding wound? Is it blood? Why do you pin? Skin infection. Is it blood or infection? Have you ever heard of a person dying of infection on an accident scene?
Yes.
On an accident scene? Yafunda infection.
Even tetanus won't kill you today.
Yes.
Yes? Which means when we take you to hospital, you get heart treated. What is killing you now is the loss of blood.
Yes.
I will put anything. I won't clean.
Cleaning.
If I start cleaning, I will get a very clean dead body. Because
You're taking a lot of time in cleaning than it. Yes, that is first aid. Yes.
if it happens here, I won't clean.
You want?
I will control the bleeding. Later, when you have stopped bleeding, I can clean.
Okay.
Even in the hospital, we do not clean
Before.
bleeding.
We do it after.
Yes.
Because that is the concern. Yes, Anne. Anne has a question, members.
It depends on what practice. Are they protruding, for example? A very big piece of glass has entered. I am not going to remove. Small particles have on the skin, on top of the wound.
Superficial.
Put a pad, then tie. Yes.
Cleaning. Okay?
Every time you get a casualty, think about what is killing my casualty first. Handle that, you will save the life.
Yes.
Have we understood? Marvin, have we understood?
Yes.
Marvin yakyaganye. Agambye tasobola kukkiriza kati. Tosobola kukkiriza kati. Onokkiriza ddi taata?
After some time,
Assuming, God forbid, assuming I've gotten an accident and something has penetrated in my heart. Bw'okijjamu genda bleeding and kubanga probably there is a natural way, however, kati okirekamu no controlling the blood flow, you refer me to the doctor.
Marvin. Okay. Another question. Marvin msoke mumulekaawo agende mu hibernation until wanawulirira nti ayagala kuva mu hibernation. Question number 3. A triangular bandage is different from a universal bandage. Triangular bandage is different from a universal. True or false? What did you put? The answer is false. Don't worry. A triangular is triangular in shape. Okay? Universal is that the many bandages derived from this triangular. It is the same bandage, but you're getting many bandages from that one bandage. So the answer is false.
Do not worry. Later,
don't worry.
Bandage.
It is a topic we shall handle.
We are going to handle bandage.
Yeah.
And as I said when we were starting, we are all first aiders. Our role, me and Penny, is to make you better first aiders.
Thank you. Marvin, yeah.
First aiders.
Ojja kukkiriza by the end of today ojja kuba timing ogikyusiza. Today is judgment. Today and tomorrow is judgment day. Why do you go to ask for a job and they give you an interview even before giving you the job?
Because I have seen the outline of what? Of the job they are now saying, I give you the certificate.
Okay, question number 3 is false. Question number 2. It is not important. It is not important to keep and taking care of the property of the casualty. Marvin, what is the answer? Marvin.
I'm learning.
What is the answer for this? Razak, esimu ekubeeredde ki? Razak, what is the answer for this question? Question number 2, section B. The answer is false. Why false? Because of the word not. Meaning, it is my work as a first aider to take care of the casualties property. It is so important.
But I have a question.
Yes, please.
Property and life. What's first? What's a priority? Someone, okay, the same way good day.
Yes.
A good day.
Bugenda.
I need to conduct what we call CPR. You get me? Life.
There's a question here. Please, there is a sensitive question. Yes?
Is it life first or property?
Okay.
For example,
A good day.
and I need to conduct a CPR. Do I take both together or?
Okay.
Before Msomesa Isa comes in, how much time do you need to collect the bag from where it has fallen?
As a first aider,
yes.
Immediately I examine the scene and may not put focus on the property.
How much time do you need to pick the bag that has fallen aside? Msomesa, come in.
I like this. Now, from my own experience, people are attached to their property. I have worked on a casualty who has lost a leg, but he was concerned about his envelope that has the passport and visa more than the leg. He was not concentrated at all. In fact, he didn't allow me to work well until I got the envelope. Now, some of these properties are going to help us with what we are supposed to do. For example, simple diagnosis. There's a document here that talks about his medical condition. He has a form that will help you get well. He has identification that will help you. Now, this is why we come to train and now act like professionals. When we get onto an accident scene, we don't panic and rush into the situation. All the time, for as long as you work within the professional required time, okay? Stop think what we need is always this one. If the possible blocker, stay as a being then, but okay, and then this will works out. That's your point. You have expensive funds. However,
People move with the land, with the land in funds.
Some of the property you have not even seen. It's okay. Take what you see. The property is not so much important compared to life, but it will let you work well.
And even recover your casualty.
Exactly. We responded. A colleague of ours responded to an accident, so they took this gentleman to hospital, and they left his case, his briefcase, as he called, in our ambulance. As soon as he gained consciousness like this, he left the hospital. He has a great okay, but he's ill, he's not well. In the end, we shall see, oh no, in a few minutes we are going to see aims. Why we first do? Why? What we intend to achieve? And for us to achieve this, there are things we must put into
Consideration.
Okay? Yes.
So,
Thank you so much.
question number 1. That one you can, I know most of you have failed it, but from number 10 to number 9, you now know the answer. One of the main concerns of the first aider is to control bleeding. There. One of the main concerns of a first aider is to control bleeding. True or false?
False.
John Paul, what is the answer? Huh? Hello? John Paul, what is the answer? The answer is true. Of the many concerns you have as a first aider, one of them, and the most important, is controlling bleeding. Belinda, have you understood? Do we all agree with that?
In case that there is no bleeding.
Okay.
I've said one of. Wow. How many minutes to break it?
Listen. Every time later we shall study bleeding, and we know that we have eternal study. But every time you have an emergency, and
including
prioritize bleeding first, because a person who is losing blood will die first.
Even if you're going to do CPR on that person, you will not do CPR before handling the bleeding.
If a person loses a lot of blood, even when you do CPR, it is useless because there is no blood to be pumped. And you know what happens in our hospitals? You get there, we have no blood. If it is there, we have competition for it. Reserve the blood.
Let's stand up, Pepper. Question number 5 in section A, and the instructions read, tick the best alternative in this section. Question number 5 reads, what would you do in case the pad placed on a bleeding wound soaks with blood? Koja.
Don't touch it. Sorry. Leave the first dressing and add a new one.
Leave the first dressing and add a new one on top. That is the best answer. Leave the first dressing and add a new one on top. Because of time, we shall explain later. Okay? Question number 4. Question number 4. A cautious casualty is choking. After advising the casualty to cough and assuming the coughing has not worked, what should you do next? Attempt up to 5 back slaps. That is the answer. Because first aid for choking is done in steps, which we shall see later. Question number 3. Razak. Time? Don't worry, we shall demonstrate. Okay? Question number 3. when you first arrive at the scene of an accident, they are talking about you, the first aider. When you first arrive at the scene of an accident, what is the first thing you should do? Zoe. Zoe? You shout for help. Maggie?
Check the casualties breathing.
Check the casualties breathing. Assess the situation for danger. Tukiriziganya oba tuwakana?
Check the situation for danger.
Kevin yagamba response levels.
Danger.
Those who say assess the situation. And why should we assess the situation?
See whether how you're going to manage it.
Exactly.
Does it require an ambulance? Or, yeah.
And another thing, you assess for the situation for danger, not for you to become a next victim, not to become a casualty, you yourself. Or not to cause more injuries on one casualty who is down, or not to have many casualties, more casualties. You came, there was one. If you don't assess, you might get. So you have to first assess and confirm that the place is safe. The answer is assess the situation for danger.
Not send you to a situation which may be risky to your life.
The accident is the best. The best answer is the accident book. Why the accident book? It helps you to take note or to record incidences that happen at your workplace. And it also, when you go through it, it helps you to know the solution. For each incident, someone is walking out, they hit their head. What causes it? If she does not tell you, and if I don't tell you, you will not know. So I tell you, she tells you, you record, and you're like, what causes the hitting of the head, so that you find the solution. So, Mesa, are you adding on to that accident?
Now, the accident book, just like you say. Have you ever got the incident report?
Yes.
Now, in the OSHA book, usually yellow in color, behind there is an accident page. What has happened to you? What have you accounted? First aid kits usually ask for restore, yes? So, how do you say that you use the bandages and such a date? So that's the video medical records are not emergency records or accident records. Why? Or in our place setting, only the HR will know about the medical situation. Because when you go to the HR and say, HR, I can't go to the I have diabetes. So it's a bring records to support. So you bring
Only the HR
with the consent. Okay? Only the HR will see. So what we need, or what we should have as an emergency record or an accident record, is the accident book. And later we will see that in a first aid kit we have a notebook and a pen that can be used. Sometimes when you go to a just look over, you say, you have been mobilized, okay? Mobilized and referred, okay? When Tuesday, 2 p.m., okay? Maybe on 4th of April. Understood? Understood. And later, if we get a chance to advance or whatever, we shall now also see that we are going to hand over. And in handover, some of these things are required. Okay? What